Hey YouTubers, it's RV Camper Living with Edward Martin. Just wanted to show some progress on this Nova hood. My other video, this will be just my fourth video. I put a round bar through the hood here, all the way across to the other side, fiberglassed it in, and these sides were bent down. It made it look like the hood went down on an angle, like it actually laid down in there all the way and up out here. So that's reshaped, looking back across it, and then I refiberglassed the hood all the way around. It has 4 rubber stoppers all the way around the hood for it to actually lay on, and then I did some body work to get my lines tight, the gap around the hood. I just got done that, and cut it out with a knife, these little strands to open the gap up, and then pull everything off, the hood off, and then sand them back down. And then had to give the front of the hood some arch. It was pushed in, and then here I cut it to heat it up and pull it down because it was in on an angle like that. And then here was way down here, about ½ an inch or so, so I sliced it inside, heated it here, pulled it up, and then same thing there, bondo it all in, glass everything first, and then this is just very light coat of the lightweight mud, and there's a little strips I cut out, and then when that hardens tomorrow I can go back and clean my lines out, make them nice. Another thing on each side of the hood, this cow panel has got a good front. Yet you can see right there, it's not all the way front. There's only going to be a 1/4 inch gap along here. It used to be about the tip of my finger, about 3/4 of an inch short on this side, and then about on that side about 3/8 of an inch shy. So I refiberglassed all that stuff as well. And then these radiuses went up like this and back, and I filled them in. They're 1/8 of an inch from the cow here on each side, and then the fenders are bolted in. I did these as well, made my own lines. They're just rough right now because the mud in behind there needs cut out, but I'm going to have a 1/4 inch gap around all but, and the hood's going to be about the same way, a little bit tighter because I want it clean looking, and then I'll tighten these gaps up here for the cow later so they're all kind of uniform. And then shaped the fenders and mudded those in, and I know it's probably hard to see with my awesome lighting, but that way the fender doesn't stick out from it's hard to see it. That way they're even. The right side, I just shaped it and got the fiberglass on it there. Door was okay, a couple low spots and high spots, of course, where the bare metal is, and so that's all glassed in. And tomorrow I'll take this lightweight filler and do this jam here as well, just coat it all so they're even. I mean, I do have them pretty close, panel to panel, looking across, not looking down the crack. And then another little angle here might be, because I didn't sand everything until tomorrow, as you look across the hood. That way they're even. It used to go dip down here and go up in the air, then stick out about a 1/4 inch higher than the fender. So I refiberglassed everything, so I had some material all the way along here that I could actually put the hood where it is, and I ground it down flat. All this was all flat. This is only a very, very little 1/8 inch, some places not, coating of lightweight filler to make the body panels even with each other. And this was three different pieces of a fiberglass front end. I don't think they went together, maybe just the 2 fenders, but this one fit the molding good. This one didn't fit the molding good. It was actually, I have filler in the hole here. Oh, I can pop that out real quick. Just stick this on. It's filler sticking in here, so it won't let my molding go in all the way. So I'll give you an idea of what I was talking about just a little bit better. What was happening is the molding lining up with the hood. The molding was down like this on an angle, like the top of my fingers. I mean a good, I don't know, ½ inch or more. That's why I just sliced this here. I went up here and sliced it down an angle and heated it up, pulled it out. Took a shim here, which is just a stone. I found a place to stick it where I wanted it with this molding on. The hood was on, kind of in place with the molding on. I took it off for body work, but that way I knew they lined up. It was down and in. So it begins, it twisted it so far. Down the side here wouldn't line up. So I got all that in place. It's just, I have filler holding it out right now, right here. So once it's all sanded tomorrow, I'll put another video up with the hood and fenders and this body lines all lining up. But the bumper's fiberglass and the cowl is sheet metal, factory cowl from another Nova, but nothing lined up. So what do? It's on a lower budget, and then I'm making my own fiberglass inner wheel wells to the frame that will be custom handmade by me, and I'll show videos of that. I actually have, let's find my light, maybe I can show. I have a template hanging down here, cardboard template hanging down here. There's a lot of modifications to do to it yet. And this panel and piece in the back is just a splash guard. Most cars have this, don't have. Now that line down here, right beside my light, where it's tore, the carpet, that's going to go straight down, like right there. So it closes that gap. I just used a piece of cardboard, and I got it to fit everywhere real good, all the way to the bottom. I just need that line right here straightened. It was only a template, and then this all gets moved around. I cut the contour of the frame, cut the angle of the control arm close enough for now till we put the wheels and tires back, put the weight on the car plus some, so when this front end goes off the ground and slams down, it don't smack into my wheel wells. And it's all cut around the body neat. Then I also have a template laying here somewhere that I made a filler for here too, all the way down to here, so it keeps the road dirt and debris, because this is a drag car, and but it will be driven street, on the street as well. So, and then this is that one in my other video. That's my second video that has the LS1 in it, and that's all I could say about it. I ain't doing it till I expose the guy what he's building, but at least that's what's under the hood that I showed before. And another thing we're doing is cutting out. Somebody cut the wheel wells up inside to get a bigger tire, a little wider of a tire, but this side here, you can see we got the wheel well cut cut out. Got rusty metal in the outer half of the inner wheel well to replace, and then got a see, there's the old one. They cut the inner lip out to squeeze a bigger tire in. Anybody knows cars have a lip on the wheel well, and you can see it right here. It don't. That's one we cut out. And somewhere laying up here, it's all dusty, but there's going to be the new panel. Be cut and welded in if I can do this with one hand. But anyways, there's one pre-cut. I ain't fitting it perfect with one hand, but and there's the other panel for the other side. It gets wheel well openings, then it gets the whole car paint and body. It's still got a lot of work to do. It's strictly going to be a drag car. Put gauges in it, roll cages in there, and one seat, and a little bit of aluminum in the back. Can't really see it. There it goes. But that's it. Nothing special. It's going to be a drag car. Well, it is a drag car. But I'll put the video up on the other fender and some other body work as I go along. Make some progress. Not much to see here. It's not a lot of room to get back and look at it. And then that stick stand in there, that was a prop for my hood earlier, which I no longer need. I was trying to keep the hood lined up, propped up right here with that stick, so I could see where to put my body lines or not. So I propped it up to there, and then did all the finishing on it. Glass, and then that thin coat of mud I just put on that lightweight. Then this hood's actually going to have two hood pins, which these are only temporaries, right here, and we just put them in so I knew where to keep the hood. And they were in, but a different location. They were actually up here on both sides, but I wanted to stay away from our round bar that I put in across the hood more, so we moved them over and back and measured them out the same. And then I'm going to make this hood actually pick up, slide forward, and the front will drop. Then I will make it stand up on its own. That way it's straight up, so when you're at the races or something, you gotta get under the hood quick. It's up out of the way. This used to have the hood pins there, and hood pins used to be here and over here, but when you're at the track yourself, who wants to pick a fiberglass hood up and lay it down yourself? They're light, but I think till I'm done working on it, it's going to be a few more pounds, a couple pounds heavier. But why not have the convenience of picking your hood up, slide it forward, it'll drop down so it clears the nose of the car, and then have it flip up, period. And then have a prop rod on it, and then I'll mold all that in the hood, the fiberglass, and into the fiberglass fender, and then an aluminum rod instead of steel. Not that that'll slow the car down much, but I think any old car, regardless of your metal, unless you let it, and we don't do that here, unless you would let it, your car is going to have slower times anyways, because most of the old cars get hundreds of gallons of Bondo in it, it seems. But I like to weld everything and glass it. But yeah, not a lot to look at because it ain't together yet. But I'll send some videos out on YouTube and hope I get a thumbs up. And I'm new to this. I think this is just my fourth video, but I know this doesn't have much to do with camper RV living, but that's where I live, and I'm for hire, and I'm mobile. That's why I have a camper. I am used to working for myself and travel anywhere I want and work. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just not one that's on the road posting those videos. I do follow a lot of RV channels and like their videos, and I like the drama too. Everybody does. When something dramatic that makes it exciting to watch my videos happen in my life, I wouldn't have time to start to record it. That would be my luck. So that's the way it goes. A couple little projects sitting here covered up. Get into all that one time. But fit this front end up, do them inner wheel wells, front, behind the headlight, and the rear splash guards, keep the weather and the dirt and crap out off of your headlights and your door jamb. And another thing here, once this is together and the wheel well I'm going to make fiberglass is going to arch like that, bend with the frame any way they bend, that's no big deal. Clear brake lines, clear control arm, but then you notice where the wiring harness goes, it's going to be outside of the wheel well, because the wheel well is going to be right tight to these brake lines. I mean, they're like right there, 1/4 inch to spare. When I had my cardboard, see the brown cardboard over there, my template hanging on the inside of the fender with the yellow tape. Well, then there's your LS one, all dusty. But then this is going to be exposed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiberglass a nut and inside the fender well, and then put 2 nuts here on the inside since the car's gutted out. And I'm going to make it so I can make a cover on an angle from an angle inside the wheel well over to here, which will look, I don't know how to explain that angle, but you're about 6 inches out and like 3 or so over. I'm going to make a cover, and then encase the wiring harness in here on the back side of the wheel well that goes to your headlights and all that, and then make a passage out the side and up for like wiper motor and stuff like that. Anything else I don't need, the heater is already out of it, but then it's going to be like not square, but I want to round it so any weather that's on it can just run off, and put a tiny little weep hole here in the back, so if anything would get in there, but that way it's a cover that's encased and wrapped fiberglass and built the same way I'm going to do the wheel wells. I'll get into all that as I go. And then they'll be curved that slight little bit all the way up through. Then, for example, if there's any on the other side, there's going to be a catch can. Instead of bolting it to a wheel well, it's on an angle from here to the frame. I'm going to hog that area out and make a place for it to bolt to in the back, and actually look like it's a can sitting straight up instead of bolting them on an angle. I just like to make things custom and make them different, is what it's about to me. Then I have to make some kind of round bar braces for here, and then I'm going to make one from up in here. I'll probably go like right here to that tab, so on each side of the body, and there's the area. Not a lot of weather can get inside your car, but I'm still making plastic covers for that. That is all pretty tight. There's actually like 3 inches at the top. You can't see it from my angle, but it needs a plastic cover, that's for sure. If it was my car, I wouldn't want my stuff getting all dirty. Then I'm going to have 2 tabs off of here, one here going down the wheel well, One over here going down the wheel well. They're going to be fiberglass, reinforced. Don't even need it, but I'm putting it in anyways because I don't ever want anything coming back. And I never did have anything coming back, and I never will have it come back because I'd rather go way overboard to avoid all that. In my 25-30 years of doing this stuff. So, and there's you can see right there is that round bar fiberglassed in that goes across the hood and down around right here. That'll save me flipping it over later just to show you, but right at the tip of my finger, and then going all the way end to end, all the way across the hood, bent one piece of round bar to stiffen that hood up because it sank down so low. So there you go. Figured I'd just make another little video for you. Nice workbench, old oak skid, nothing fancy, but that's how we do get it done. Best you know how, for what you have to work with, put it that way. So I'll show you more of the old Nova then as we go along. And that's going to be, it's going to go, get the electronics put in, a bunch of knick-knack crap, whatever they want to do to it, under the hood, bolt to the firewall, fender wells, and all that stuff. Then when it's together and that you can throw it in gear and run it, because right now it doesn't have a transmission in it. And then it's coming back for paint and body work. So then we'll get into all that, and replacing the windshield. Other than that, then it's out of my hands. Just fit the fiberglass front end that was definitely not fitted right before, but like I said, all my lines, I'll take pictures of it. This is a tighter, cleaner gap than that big one in the back from the that the factory gives you. Look at my gaps. I hand cut them with this, my knife. Just cut them right out. That's it. And then scrape that dust out of there. And you have your gap back open, so later on you can lift your hood up. See? If you don't cut them, then I roll tape over backwards and behind there. It's hard to see that, but you can see it sticking out. I roll tape and I fold it and stick it in behind there to hold the mud up so it doesn't put a 1/4 inch freaking bead down in there. That, you know, 1/4 inch thick and that high till it runs down and glues my hood shut. Can't have that. Same way with this. That's why I cut them. See my tape? I tape them under there. I just take the tape and take a flat piece of tape, for example, fold it in half, just pieces at a time where it's bent, then take a long straight and just squeeze them together and shove them down in there. Roll them a little bit to make them stick to the hood and fender, and then just push them down in with a paint stick or putty knife or something, and it pushes it down in like that, just so it's on the surface kinda. So not as much mud will run in there. You get a little bit, but not a lot. That's my trick to keeping the mud from running down in when you're trying to close gaps up. So I'll make some more videos and figuring out how to make it more exciting. To me, this is exciting, and maybe I'll do better next time. Maybe I'll get some likes on this video if you like it. Hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it.